you have the time to listen to me whine?
Hey folks, Crazy Clownrady here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 16 in our 20 from 1994 series, and this is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up in the Sonic Wings / Aero Fighters series. This is the first sequel, and this was created for the Neo Geo arcade cabinet by Video System and SNK, and this is called Aero Fighters 2 or Sonic Wings 2. And this isn't super special or anything in the world of vertically scrolling shoot-'em-ups, but the first game was very good, and it made some minor improvements to it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And here's sort of the typical Neo Geo startup screen with maybe a little bit different sound effects. I probably saw this in arcades. It's definitely enjoyable. I only have Aero Fighters 3 or Aero Fighters or Sonic Wings 3 for my Neo Geo arcade cabinet, which isn't currently working. Maybe one of these days it will work, we'll see. But you can choose from 8 fighters this time. I think you could only choose 6 in the first game. And you do not use the C or D buttons. You only use A to fire and B to drop a bomb. You have limited bombs, and you can see them at the bottom of the screen, the stock that you have. There are 8 fighters, and they are Robo Keaton and Captain Silver for the U.S., and each fighter pilot flies actual jets. I mean, real jets. I mean, like an F-11 Nighthawk or an A-10 Thunderbolt II. The 2 fighter pilots from Japan are Hien, who is a ninja, and Mao Mao, who is a female pop star. The fighter pilots from New Zealand are Cindy and Ellen, which is a girl and her tutor, and Spanky, a dolphin. From France, there is a very androgynous person named Steve, and she is a punk rocker. And from Britain is a baby named Bobby. Very silly characters in this game. But as would be quite common for a number of vertically scrolling shooters, you get to see a bit of dialogue in between the stages. And if you play 2 players simultaneous play, there will be dialogue between the 2 characters. There will be bonus items that you can uncover from blasting certain things, and depending on the stage that you're in, or the country that your stage is set in, they might be different currency symbols. And this is a Japan stage, so you'll see the yen symbol, and the higher up on the screen that you collect it, the more points it'll be worth, and it can be a maximum of 10,000 points. Here's our first boss. There will be power-ups that you can collect, and you'll see a bullet with a letter P on it as it floats about the screen. And you only need to collect 3 of them to have the maximum amount of firepower, which is nice. And if you die, if you get shot, and you have no life bar, it's 1 hit, then you will release a bullet and a bomb. There are bombs that you can collect, and there's a finite amount of bombs that you can collect. The maximum is like 6 in reserve. If you have your maximum firepower maxed out, and you collect another floating bullet with a P on it, then you will get a bonus of, I think it's 2,000 points. If you collect an extra bomb after you have 6 already in your stock. And here we have the Czech symbol of Czechoslovakia, I think, the currency symbol, CZ. But this stage is either set in US, Brazil, or France. The second and fourth and fifth stage are one of those randomly set, US, Brazil, or France. If you collect an extra bomb after you've maxed the amount that you have in stock out, then it's 10,000 points, which is really nice. There will be diamond-shaped bullets in the game, and those can be shot. Those can be canceled out in mid-air with your shots. Otherwise, you can be killed by any bullet that hits you. Early on, for like maybe the first few stages or so, this game is actually kind of easy as far as vertically scrolling shoot-em-ups are of the time. If you lose a life, you have a little bit of invincibility, like about 3 or 4 seconds. And if you're fighting a boss, you can use that invincibility time to land right on them and shoot them, and that is a lot stronger. That has a lot stronger effect than shooting them from a safe distance or not being on top of them. Use that. Now this stage, which is the 4th stage, I believe this was, or no, this was the 3rd stage. You will get a bonus stage. You can still die. You can still lose a life by colliding with these helicopters. But each one you shoot gives you a power-up, which is awesome. I mean, you'll have it completely stocked up, and you can collect all sorts of 2,000 point bonuses for the extra ones that you collect. Now this is where the game starts to get a little bit more difficult. The enemies will shoot faster, and they will shoot more often, and you will see a lot more enemies. Take care of those silver guys as quickly as you can. They will yield a P icon, or a bullet with a P, the power-up. And that'll keep them from shooting a lot at you. Just wipe them out as quickly as you can. We will see each fighter, and we will see some power-ups that I've given them, and their bombs used. A number of enemies, once you've passed them, or they've passed you by, they will not shoot at you anymore. Or if they get very close to you. Don't always rely on that, though. And there was the bomb from Keaton. He is also known, I guess, as Robo Keaton, because he's like robot or cyborg or something, and oftentimes you just see his head, his robotic head, or detached. He's become kind of a joke character of the series. Amusing things happen to him, or people make fun of him or something. But yeah, there are 10 stages initially, and once you beat them all the way through, then there will be a, oops, dang it. Then there will be a second series of 10 stages, all the same. You just do a second loop. And here you see the dialogue in between the stages. Here on the America stage, if you shoot the Statue of Liberty enough, you'll get a P icon. And there are some other enemies in the game, enemies that take a lot of, well, Statue of Liberty isn't an enemy, but there will be a number of enemies that will take a lot of shots. And they might yield a power-up, or maybe a bomb or something. There's the currency for the US, and I uncovered one. You'll usually need to shoot an enemy, but sometimes you'll need to shoot buildings or something to reveal them. And I like this part. See the amusement park below. You can actually shoot the Ferris wheel and destroy it. And there I got a power up and a bomb from it. You can't shoot that roller coaster, unfortunately. Some kind of cool touches to this game. I like the Aero Fighters series. There was another one called like Sonic Wings Unlimited, only in Japan. That I have not played. But yeah, remember those? Here's a stealth bomber. Remember, if you see the diamond-shaped shots, you can shoot those. Otherwise, stay clear of all the bullets. Whoops. I released the bomb after I died. Well, I neglected to continue here. If you do continue, and you want to use a different character, you'll need to put a coin in the other slot and press the start button on that other side. Otherwise, you are forced to play as the same character. And we will see me continue here. There are a number of cheats in MAME. I'll stop it. But we will see the different characters that you can play as long as you put a coin in the other slot, like I said. What was I going to say? Yeah, there are various cheats in MAME, and I think a couple of them can screw up the sound to this game if you're playing this in MAME with those cheats. And one of them is like a rapid fire cheat, and then there was another cheat that was I can't remember what it was, but careful with the cheats in this, otherwise it might screw up the sound. But we are now playing as Silver, Captain Silver, and he is flying an A-10 Thunderbolt II. Robo Keaton flew an F-11 Nighthawk. Silver is an Air Force captain who is retiring. He's doing one last run. The stages are Japan, number 1 Japan, number 2 is either US, Brazil, or France, number 3 is the Atlantic Ocean, and that was the kind of bonus stage. Number 4 is either US, Brazil, or France, and number 5 is the same, one of those three. Number 6 is Australia, number 7 is the Himalayas, number 8 is Mexico, number 9 is Hawaii, and number 10 is space. I think it might have been the Himalayas that had the bonus stage again, where you can just get a whole bunch of power-ups. And again, yeah, 3 power-ups, I believe, puts you at your maximum firepower. And each time you die, you release a power-up. You might not always release a bomb. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I don't know what makes that happen. But there will be not only your shot, but you will also have some sort of secondary shot that you fire at the same time you press the fire button. And Robo Keaton has a double, he has a laser and something extra coming out at the same time, and we already saw his bombs. We'll see the bomb from each character and their shots and their special shot that comes out as well. And this is Hien that we're using, the ninja, I believe. I've never been particularly great at shoot-em-ups. I think I used to be better. And this time we're going to choose, is it Mao Mao? Yeah, the Japanese pop star. Young girl, probably her late teens or something. And her bomb is a time stop, which is kind of cool. Yeah, you'll see the weapon upgrade as you collect those bullets with the P letter on them. You'll get like triple shot or quadruple shot or something. I didn't really play that well at this point. Later on, I put on an invincibility cheat. But yeah, if you have 2 players playing at the same time, you'll see the other blank window have the other character in it, and they'll have dialogue between themselves. And here's another bonus stage. But again, you can slam into an enemy and lose your life. We're just gonna scoot forward with. Did we select the ninja again? Yeah, we did. Hien. If you play Hien and Mao Mao together, Mao Mao has a crush on him. Some kind of funny dialogue between the two characters. Yeah, it gets a lot tougher by this point. The game does. You do not have rapid fire, unfortunately. You cannot just hold down the button and fire repeatedly. There's the... I don't know if Mex is... Yeah, Mex is not the currency for Mexico. It's supposed to be pesos. I think it's still pesos. Yeah, I don't know what the symbol for peso would be. Now, the final stage is set in space. And if you die on the final stage, or if you lose all your lives on the final stage, then you will have to start the stage over when you elect to continue. The higher that you collect the monetary symbol on the stage, the higher up on the screen, the more points it is worth, and the maximum is 10,000 points. So if you can collect it like right away after you unveil it, do so. That's a lot of points. You only get one extra life, and you get it at 200,000 points. And we are going... Who was this that we selected? I think this was Cindy and Ellen. Cindy is a little girl, and Ellen is her tutor. And you know, they're a duo. That eye that you see at the top there, that can be the final boss. Yeah, here's Cindy and Ellen. Cindy is the girl, Ellen is the tutor. Cindy, I believe, is also known as Cinzia, and they are from New Zealand, I believe. They fly an F-14 Tomcat. Hien flies a Mitsubishi FSX. Mao Mao flies an F-15 Eagle. Spanky, the dolphin, who is known as in Japan as Whitey, flies a YF-23A Black Widow 2. Steve, who is known in Japan as Angela, flies a Raphael M. And Bobby the baby flies a Sea Harrier FRS-2. Something I want to mention, I just recently did. I did a podcast with some very, very cool guys. Their YouTube moniker is called Coin Rejects. Pay them a visit. Check out their videos. Leave comments. Subscribe. Like, all that stuff. They were very, very cool. That was a fun podcast. Hope I can see it on YouTube or something one of these days soon. We just talked about some a game that we played. We played Pac-Man. The guy's house that we did it at, he has a bunch of arcade games. And I suggested we try Pac-Man on Turbo, because I'd never played a Turbo Pac-Man. We had a lot of fun. Talked for hours about the game and other stuff too. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, this is the stage where if you die or if you run out of lives, you have to start the stage all over. So what I would suggest is that you play two-player simultaneous play. And when one player is... I don't know for sure if it works, but if one player runs out of lives, if they continue and the other player is still playing, maybe they can still play on that stage. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can confirm that on or in the comments section. Hope so, because starting over every time really sucks. That is, I think that was Steve's bomb, and it is like a black hole. We're going to scoot forward. We're getting towards the end here, and we're going to select Well, since I had to continue, I had to start over. But we'll use Bobby this time, and I think I put on invincibility, or if not now, pretty soon. Note that those eye things, they stop, they move for a little bit and then stop and then shoot. So you can time your opportunities to shoot them when they haven't stopped and are shooting at you. Now, I eventually put on invincibility. I'm not sure which character is best. I kind of like Mau Mau, even though her bomb isn't as good as others. Yeah, I put on invincibility now. You will face this mini-boss here, which is a monkey. Any boss, if you fail to destroy it in time, it'll either self-destruct or just fly away. You really don't have to destroy it. But you get the points if you do. And we're just about at the end here. We'll see some more eyes that shoot a lot faster, or shoot a lot more bullets, or take a lot longer to bring down. And then we will see the final boss of the first loop. Only the first loop has the ending. Once in a while you will see an F power-up, a power-up that has an F, and that brings you to your full capacity, your max shot power, which is nice. And if you get extras, I think you get another 10,000 points. And this boss is a ghost, and his name is Tenuki or something. And you can fail to destroy this boss, and if you do fail to, you'll get a bad ending. But you'll still play the second loop. Now these enemies that we shoot will drop carrots, and those carrots are a nod to the game Rabio Lepus, which was also created by Video System. And we will see a cameo in Mau Mau's ending of the rabbit from Rabio Lepus, or Player 1, the red one. And here is the ending for Bobby. And he's dreaming that his parents are the characters from the first Aero Fighters, Alicia and William. Some of the endings are dumb, some of them are funny. And here is a look at me not destroying this boss in time and seeing the bad ending. Makes a creepy face when he tries to attack me there. Yeah, I have invincibility on at this point. And he laughs because he gets away. And we see a bad ending. You have failed. He destroys the world. Why is this freak destroying our city? Or maybe just the city. But whether you get a good ending or bad ending, you continue on to the second loop. And you play all the stages all over again. But they may look a little different. The enemies will definitely be more numerous. They will shoot a lot more. The game will definitely be much tougher this time around. But yeah, remember the higher up on the screen that you can collect that monetary symbol, the more points you will get, and the maximum is 10,000 points. And this is the end of the second loop. And you just get a little visage of your character celebrating congratulations, and then it goes to the credits. That's what the second loop ending will look like. If you got a bad ending after the second loop, you will see a little caricature of the boss celebrating. And then you get the credits. So it's really not that bad if you don't get the good ending. That is Aero Fighters 2, also known as Sonic Wings 2. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of disappointing that you can't have rapid fire, but really, with each shot you fire, you get a burst of numerous shots. So you can just kind of maybe tap, 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 tap on the button at about that rate, and it'll look like it's rapid fire, which is nice. We will look at some other things before we close this video. We will look at some other endings, including one-player and two-player ending. And we will also look at the quote-unquote bad ending for letting the ghost get away. There are two other bosses that may appear, and I don't know what triggers them to appear. But there is also a creepy eyeball thing, and there is also a giant fish. And I've never seen the fish. The fish is super, super, super rare. And the fish does not attack you. You can let it go and you'll get a bad ending that's similar to the ghost, and the bad ending for the ghost and the bad ending for the eye. And here is a little bit of Mau Mau and Hien playing together. And again, Mau Mau has a crush on the ninja Hien. And they have kind of playful dialogue sometimes. Sometimes he's stern with her because he doesn't entirely reciprocate her affections. He does end up kind of liking her. I hope you have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that. Here's a little bit of dialogue between them. I am beginning to like you. We are not here for a date. And I put this on mute because this is the eye boss, and the sound got all wonky. And so I just decided to mute it. I just wanted you to see what the eye boss looks like. Most of the time when I tried to fight a boss at the end, it turned out to be the ghost. And it was rare that I was able to get the eye. But he's kind of cool. He turns into like a satellite and big old ship and takes a lot of shots to destroy. His shots are very, very fast. You'll need to probably like sweep left or right, and even that's not entirely going to save you. But yeah, he's got multiple different forms. One of them that's very creepy is he has like an arm coming out of the eye, and it tries to reach out and grab you. Very creepy. But yeah, the ghost, and the ghost's name was Tenuki or Tenukie or something. And the eyeball, I don't know what its name is. But there is a giant fish that is super, super, super rare. You might have to play like 100 times, and he might appear once. I don't know. But again, he does not, from what I've read, he does not attack you. And you can destroy him, or you can let him get away and get a bad ending that looks similar to the ghost giving you a bad ending. But I just wanted you to see what the eye does, and I'm sorry that I don't have music or anything, but it got wonky. Probably because I put on invincibility or some cheat at some point, and it messed it up. I probably should have played a more recent ROM of this game or something. Might not have made things messed up. Yeah, isn't that creepy? Well, there is a cutscene of Steve, the androgynous punk rocker, and here we're going to see an ending between two players. And it's Mau Mau and Hien. And her plane is going to crash, and Hien saves her. He's got a kite appearing on his back. And he drops her off. I owe you my life. My life. So long. And we're going to see. I think this might. Yeah, this is Spanky. He's got some some little bombs that come off when he shoots. And there's some English. Thought I'd be frying. And there is the giant fish boss that may appear, and its name is Mambu. But yeah, it will not attack you. But here are some quick ending clips we'll see. And there's player one from Rabio Lepus on her desk, or on her dresser. She's playing a game with Keaton's body. And there's another ending where his head is left on the moon. And Steve tries to come on to Hien, and he decks her/him. And Hien's boss is freaking out because he got help from a robot, and he flies off into space. And there's Bobby grabbing Ellen's boobs, and Cindy spanks him. Very funny. But that was Aero Fighters 2 by Video System and SNK for the Neo Geo arcade cabinet. Game number 16 in our 20 from 1994 series. Well, I thank you for watching. Hope you join me soon for game number 15. Bye-bye, folks.